right here, we are live.
And a pleasant good evening to all of you out there in Facebook and YouTube land. This is Andrew Miller with WVRC Streaming, and we are happy to be joined by Joe McDonald with A&M Digital Technologies, our good buddy Swolby, as we are going to break ground on something new this year, as we have just started an attempt here at the first ever cross-country meet being held by both Faith Christian Academy and Roane County High School. What the situation is this: it's a 4-team event featuring Roane County, Faith Christian Academy, Wirt County, and Calhoun County. The boys will be running first. It's a 3.1-mile race. A 5K race is what we're looking at here. We are looking at the start line. The finish line is off to your right. We're going to try to get the drone footage up on the hill here, and we are looking forward to a great day. I tell you what, the weather was pretty rough this morning. Lots of rain coming through, Joe, but it has moved through. We've got a lot of sunny skies here, beautiful clouds, and it's going to be a good day. I don't think it was too wet to make it a nasty race up there on the hill, but it will still be a challenging race nonetheless. Just in general, that first hill that you're going to look at is going to be a brutal hill up the Civil War site.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was actually I was kind of playing Al Roker today. I was watching the weather report almost minute by minute trying to see what the weather was going to do. And luckily, about 3 o'clock, the clouds opened up, and it's starting to warm up, and the grass is starting to dry a little bit, a lot faster than I figured it was going to. But, yeah, gotta love West Virginia for cross-country meets because you can pick any terrain in the state and you're ready to go. So it's gonna be an interesting race.
Yeah, going to be a lot of fun for us to try this out. This is our first time ever attempting to do this. We're going to get the start line here. We're going to follow the young runners as they go around the bend at the old facility at the State Hospital. We're going to move the camera over and follow them up the big first hill, and then they're going to go straight out towards the big tower. They're going to come back in. They're going to go another route, and they're going to come back in. They're going to go all the way over to where, if you're familiar with the old plantation house up above that is now just the frame. On top of that, you've got the fake cannon from the Civil War site and the Civil War cemetery. You're going to see them, if we can get the drone footage to work, you're going to see them running around that race. It'll be the boys first, followed by the girls. And we've got, I think, as I looked, 13 boy entries into this one, and it will go like this. 4 Roane County, 1 from Roane County High School, that's Byron Taylor, and then James Lockhart, Killian Taylor, and that's from the Faith Christian Academy. Wirt County with Matthew Bayless, Colton Butler, Caden Sees, Sam Williams as well. And then for Calhoun County, you've got Eli Farrell, Levi Silliman, Jackson Clausen as well. And then a couple of late entries for the males for Wirt County, Bailey Lott, and then Jeffrey White from Faith Christian Academy. So those are the boys. They're going to be going first. And then once they finish their race, the girls will take center stage as that gets started. Right now, they are getting themselves ready to go. We're going to catch, again, the start-finish line, and we're going to move the camera over once that happens, and we're going to catch the big hill. Hopefully, Joe, we can get the drone working. Swolby seems to be sweating right now.
Well, from what I'm seeing, things are looking a lot more positive than they did. I think Swolby's starting to calm down a little bit. And Richard from Faith Christian Academy's thanking us for coming out and doing this. So it looks like we're getting ready to get started here.
As you've heard, and again, we'll talk about the leaders as we see them come through here. Wirt County in the orange uniforms with black pants. Bright red for Calhoun County with the black shorts. Roane County with the gray/maroon. And then Faith Christian Academy maroon and gold for them. Shoot, we forgot to get ourselves a start time, an unofficial start time. Here we go, folks.
Hold on, I can pull up the clock real quick. Okay, I'll just pull it up on my phone. We won't be that fancy, but.
And the race has begun, and it is history here in Spencer, West Virginia, the first ever cross-country race for the boys and the girls. You'll see them head around the bus there, and we'll lose them for a second as I will spin around here. And I'll be heading towards the big hill. Don't worry, guys, I'm watching.
I'm going to say, you may want to hurry. They may make it to the top of the hill.
They're going to be quick. These kids run fast. That's one thing I do know.
Okay. All right. I think you're good.
Okay. I'm going to squeeze.
Yeah,
behind.
I was actually shocked when the announcement was made that this is actually the first cross-country meet in Roane County, because it's no secret that Roane County's had a cross-country team for decades, and this actually being the first cross-country meet in Roane County, it surprised me.
So you start to see here right off the bat just how brutal this immediate first hill is. Joe, it is very, very difficult to go straight up that hill. You see a couple of Work County runners out in front to begin.
Yeah, this is, when it comes to cross country, it's not just like a regular track meet where you have a short dash. It's you go for the long haul. So everybody tore out of the gate pretty quick here, but as soon as they hit that hill, they changed gears real quick like.
Yeah, what a brutal first hill to start with here in this first ever race in Spencer. Now, we've had some races here at this facility at the Civil War site, so it's not the first time I've actually seen races come around here, but this is the first time we've ever had a chance to broadcast it. Okay, so we do have some drone footage.
Yeah, we
there.
have drone cam. We see some looks like Calhoun coming right through there.
And you'll see once you crest this first hill, now there is a switchback turn that you won't see them go through here. That switchback turn is where they're going to come out at the end of the race. It's a 3.1 mile race or a 5K race as you see them. Once they crest that hill, Joe, it flattens out as you'll see them go around to the right there. It will flatten out completely, and they'll have a really nice run. They'll actually, once they recover here, be able to pick up some speed along the path that they're going to run. And if you can see off in the distance on the main camera, there is a huge tower, and off in the distance, I'm going to go ahead and zoom in on that. That is where they're going to be heading first. So at the base of that tower is where their first turnaround is going to be.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, Drew, but I think this first hill is this the steepest part of this entire
Absolutely.
run? So, yeah, if they can make it through this first section here, they pretty much have it made. So they're slowly keeping up with some racers here.
I'm glad Swolby's the one navigating this thing.
Yeah, because I'd have already lost it. It would have wound up in probably aisle 4 of Walmart or something. Bring it back, Swolby. Bring it back.
Signal here. We don't want to lose the drone over top here. But what we will have, folks, what we will have here is once they come back through, we're going to be set up. The drone is going to be closer to us, and it's going to be able to catch them coming around the bend from the Civil War fake cannon, if you will. And again, if this race were taking place about a month from now, you probably would be able to see a whole lot more because a lot of those leaves are going to be gone here in about a month and a half.
And as of right now, we're about 3.5 minutes in. I forgot to reset my timer before we started, so I'm about 2 seconds off on my time. That's why we're the unofficial time. But again, we're about 3.5 minutes in this race so far.
Again, we do want to thank our sponsors. If you take a look at them up in the far right corner, if you don't mind. Without them, we don't get to do all this fun stuff that we're doing right now.
Absolutely. Without all of these fine businesses and fine folks making this happen, we wouldn't be here this evening. You'd have to just look at pictures.
Seeing some of those runners from a distance heading through. I tell you what, though, I've been up on the mountain up here, or the hill if you want to call it that, and I've been out some of these trails, Joe. It's a really nice, really comfortable trip once you get to the top of the hill. You're going to see here a switchback coming. As you can see, they're around that tower. So you're about to see the first turnaround. They're going to be coming back towards us here in just a little bit.
Well, I think we have one starting back here, looks like. Is that one coming down?
Yep, we do have the first one coming down.
So it looks like there's a side-by-side in front of it. So if we watch for the side-by-side, there should be a runner right behind the side-by-side.
You'll see these guys go out, and they'll make just a quick turnaround at the bottom of the tower. They'll come back the way that you see them right now. That'll be the first mile that they go out and come back to, and then they're going to take a separate road out and back, and then the third road will bring them around, as I said, in front. It'll be basically when they crest where they're going to be running, they're going to be able to see the city of Spencer, which is really going to be nice for them. It'll be a look over. I don't know that they'll be able to actually see the fake cannon that's up there, but they will be able to see the city of Spencer from where they're at.
Yeah, if you have ever been up on that point looking at Spencer, that is one of the prettiest views of the entire town.
Good to see some fans out here. I tell you what, that's kind of nice to see. If you take a look just a second here, Joe, and what we wanted to show you is, of course, we've got some people out here, just casual observers, and of course there are some tents available as well for some people who have come just to watch. There are some team tents there. You see the Work County tent. Boy, they brought their senior banners and everything up there. That's kind of nice to see. And, of course, as we string along here, you'll see Toby Ford off there in distance,
yes,
our athletic director at Roane County High School. And
there's
then
Coach White.
What you're looking at right there, if you look at the cone across from us, that represents, Joe, the finish line. So when they come back down the mountain here, they're going to come back around and they're going to go straight in front. And that's where they're going to finish up right there at that cone. And that will be the start finish for the boys. And again, once the boys finish their race, the girls will take center stage.
We are right at about 6.5 minutes now.
So we're still looking at probably, my guess, Joe, is about 13 minutes still before we start to see these young men crest over towards the front of the Civil War site. They'll come back and go out. They'll come back and go around front there.
Let's switch over to the Swolby cam and see.
He's trying to find some kids right now.
Yeah, there's one.
Yep, and so what you're looking at here is
Okay, right there. Okay, I'm going to flip it back down. We see the side-by-side breaking right underneath the tower right there.
That'll be the leader right there.
Yeah.
They'll be following the leader right there.
Okay, so that's the leader there, Swolby.
So what do we got there? Is that a Work County runner? It looks as if it is.
Yeah. So it looks like Work County's in the lead on this.
And a significant lead, actually, when you look at the lead runner and then still waiting for the next runner coming through. So a very significant lead for that Work County runner at the moment.
Yeah, if I was that Work County runner, I would slow down. But of course, yeah, I probably wouldn't even start it. So,
Yeah.
so don't take any advice from me.
So it looks like we've got another runner coming up here, getting ready to make that turn.
Okay, yeah, and there's a few behind it. What do we have here? Swolby, can you see the color on this one? Is that Roan? I think that's an R. I think that's Roan.
Couple of Calhoun runners
Yeah.
back to back. So we've got a Work County runner in the lead, a Roane County runner right now in second, and then a pair of Calhoun County runners in third. Again, this is the boys' race, 13 boys entrants. It is for Roane County High School, Byron Taylor. So he represents the lone Roane County runner. So Byron Taylor right now is in second place for the Raiders. And then for Work County, you got Matthew Bayless, Colton Butler, Caden Sees, and Sam Williams, as well as Bailey Lett. So one of those five is your leader. And then for Calhoun County, you got Eli Farrell, Levi Silliman, Jackson Clausen. So two of those three are in the area of third and fourth place. Then for Faith Christian Academy, you got James Lockhart, Killian Taylor, and Jeffrey White. Those are your entrants for this one. I see a Work County runner.
Like I'll say, I think we've had all schools represent so far. I've seen everybody come through, and I've seen the first Faith Christian Academy runner come through. Not sure who's what from that altitude, but
that one looked like another Calhoun County runner. So what are we looking at time-wise here, Joe? About halfway through.
Okay, we are at 9:45 right now.
Yeah, you would expect with some of the better times in West Virginia in cross country, if you're thinking of 5K races, you're thinking anywhere from that 18-minute to 22-minute time for the boys. Now, with that first hill, it could be a little slower time because you really take care of your legs off the
Yes.
back.
Yeah. Now coming back around, it's going to be a whole lot easier when you come off that hill. But it's easy and hard at the same time. It's easy running down that hill, but then you're going to have to make sure you keep traction and don't just face palm and just roll all the way back down the hill.
As you can see, Swolby following some of those runners. And you're getting ready to crest up there. If you look off to your left, folks, that is the Civil War site.
Yeah, there's the cannon.
So that is where the final turn is going to be made, and they're going to come right back to us from that point. Now, they are going to run out, I think, this road that you're looking at right now, and that'll take you, if you look down to the right there, that's the old plantation house. If you continue up that road, that's where the Civil War Cemetery is, and then it opens up.
And just for a point of reference, if you aren't familiar with Spencer and where the old cannon is, it is right above Walmart, to give you an idea of where they are.
Okay, so let's follow this lead runner then, Swolby, if you don't mind. As you see the side-by-side, that will take the that'll take the lead runner.
Is that the lead runner there, or is that the one in behind? Okay, now I think that's the one because there's the two. Pull back, Swolby, pull back. Okay, I just saw the lead runner go to the bottom of the screen, Swolby, so I think you can start coming back a little bit. That'll help you. We are at 11.5 now.
All right, so bring it back towards us. Let's find this lead runner here.
It's like an interactive game of Where's Waldo.
Yeah,
he was coming back, so he should be.
Wherever that side-by-side is, he'll be right behind it.
Yeah, so I'd say check around the cannon. Yes.
No, that is not a runner. Where is the side-by-side? Did we lose the side-by-side?
The side-by-side got tired of pulling that hill and had to take a break.
Well, the lead runner should be heading.
we'll wait for the runners by the canyon. Surely they haven't came back that far.
Yeah, because you wasn't out that long. We're at 12:45 now.
Yep.
Again, our times are unofficial times, but I was 2 seconds behind the start.
Are you sure you're near the cannon right now?
Yeah, the cannon's right
Cannon's right there.
there.
Okay. So we'll be watching for.
Had to do a big loop around that field.
Yeah, I think they did. Again, we're at 13 minutes, so you're still looking at another 5 to 10 minutes of run time here before we start to see these youngsters come officially out.
Oh, they had to go out that way. They had to go out another path.
So, yeah, there's another path that they had to go out for mile 2, and then mile 3 is on the way back.
There's a couple runners.
I am just looking for that lead side-by-side is what I'm looking for.
Okay, I think we got a runner there in the top corner, right there in the turn.
There's a couple right below the drone.
Yeah, there's a couple there.
It's a different thing when you look at it from a distance up in the sky.
See, there's a group of runners right there.
Okay, is that a runner or a volunteer in the grass there?
A volunteer.
Yeah, definitely a volunteer showing where you need to run, obviously.
So they go over the hill.
Back down around.
So they follow this path.
Okay, there it is on the right there, Swolby. There you go. Okay, so it drops you down below the inlet and then brings you out and back around. There's the side-by-side.
That's what we're looking for. We want the side-by-side. And, again, now it's going to get very close. So let's just keep it on this main runner if you can find him.
All right, let's go back, Swolby. You went past.
He's going to turn around and back it in.
Okay.
As you see right there at the bottom of the screen, there is the fake cannon.
I think that's a volunteer there.
All right, and here comes the side-by-side. We'll be able to see the first official runner here in just a second. So
and hats off, this runner is keeping an amazing pace.
What a pace.
Yes.
And as he gets closer and closer, so he's coming this way. Yeah, just keep it on the lead runner if you don't mind.
Okay, we just now hit 16 minutes, Drew.
Yep, and we should be seeing this young man in just a minute because once he passes that right there, he is only, Joe, about 400 yards to where we're going to see him coming out.
Okay, yeah, I see a volunteer here right at the...
Here in a second, you're going to actually see
the
side-by-side come out.
Okay, as soon as the side-by-side comes out, I'll flip over to it.
Okay, and I'll get ready for the camera view.
Okay, I see the volunteer there at the top of the hill, so the side-by-side should be popping out there. Now, if you see it before me, Drew, let me know.
There it is. Nope, thought it was. But we should be seeing the side-by-side relatively soon. It's a downhill, by the way.
Okay, yeah, they can't be too far because I finally see Swolby's drone.
Bring it down. I want to see the finish line.
Okay, there it is. There it is, right below the tower.
All right, so I'm going to be following the lead runner on the way down the hill here.
Okay.
And as he gets closer, Joe, it'll be a Work County runner, so it's going to be either Matthew Bayless, Colton Butler, Caden Seeds, or Sam Williams, 90, 91, 93, 94, or 95.
Bailey Law. Okay.
Where do you want me to have the drone?
Pointing towards the finish line.
Okay, yeah, here comes the side-by-sides coming down across the front crest there. There's the Work County runner behind.
Oh, so he's not coming down here just yet.
I think we got confused on the course.
Yeah, we may have gotten confused on the course. Listen, our first try, folks, first try.
Hey, that's why we had to do the aerial view, because if we was in the side-by-side, we'd be over at the primary center or the elementary school. Okay, yeah, right there's the side-by-side.
You can see them coming down. So it is going to come down the front here. So I will try to find this young man.
Okay, right by the telephone pole coming this way, coming right towards us. And you can tell by that side, the way that side-by-side is coming down off the hillside there, that's a little steeper incline than what you think. Right there, especially right there where that volunteer is. Yeah, right there's
our lead runner.
What number are we pulling?
I believe we're looking at Matthew Bayless. Would be
that is
the
number
lead
one
runner here. Matthew
is that 190?
Bayless coming in. He's going to make the
I believe that is
around.
I believe you're right. I believe that is 190 Matthew Bayless from Work County.
So he's going to head around the building here, and then Swolby, you're going to be able to catch him at the finish line. I'll get him as he's coming close, but it's going to be all you as soon as he hits that finish run. Here comes Matthew Bayless right now, lead runner. And you can switch anytime you want, Joe.
All right, got him.
So here comes Matthew Bayless, the first to
go.
cross. An unofficial time of around 19 minutes, 27 seconds. And again, that is unofficial, so congratulations to Matthew Bayless.
Amazing time.
So Matthew Bayless, unofficially, Joe, is the first ever
Yes.
Spencer Invitational cross-country champion.
with the under 20 minutes of all that alone is just astounding.
And as we were talking, he had a very large lead when we saw him after the first mile and a half, as Swolby was showing the switchback there. And we saw Bayless coming through, and then we held on that corner for probably 30 seconds before we saw another couple of runners.
We have a few more runners coming off of they're getting ready to hit the telephone pole there in the middle of the. I just seen 2 heads pop up. So you can tell that Matthew had quite a lead ahead of everybody else.
We'll follow the next set of runners as they head on in, and then, of course, Swolby's going to have the drone. I bet you he's got people messed around here freaking out because they're like, what is that sound up there? Okay, I see him. I see.
Look like red jerseys. Is that Calhoun County? I believe. Yeah, it looks like we have a couple Calhoun runners.
I believe numbers. So.
Can't pull numbers yet. Slowing up for that big dip right there. Okay.
That's a pretty brutal downhill here at the end after your legs are pretty shot.
162.
Followed by?
It is Levi Silliman from Calhoun, and what was the other number?
Did not see it.
Didn't get the license plate on that one?
Didn't get the license plate on that one.
Okay, so Levi Silliman is the next runner up.
And so there's only 2 other Calhoun runners, so it's 1 of 2.
Okay, so it'd be Eli Farrell then.
And we'll see him around the bus here in just 1 second.
Okay.
There they come. Boy, they are close together. Look at this. How about the battle?
All right, flip it over to Swolby Cam. Here we go.
2 Calhoun County runners finishing second and third. There is a Wirt County runner coming in here next.
And we're just now hit 22 minutes.
So here comes I believe, Faith Christian Academy runner. Is that correct?
Yes, and I believe that is Mr. Lockhart. So that'd be James Lockhart there, and then Wirt County.
So the second Wirt County runner, sorry. So we're starting to see a bunch filter in here. Up on the hill, I see another runner coming down. And I will follow this young man all the way down the hill.
This is another Faith Christian Academy runner. This one looks like it is number 125, 126.
I hear Jeffrey.
Jeffrey White, number 126.
Jeffrey White's coming in next for Faith Christian Academy. I'll swing it around the building here before we give it to Swolby Cam. I like the name of that. Can we just call it Swolby Cam?
I like that.
So Jeffrey White heading around the bus and into the home stretch. And look at the finish by Jeffrey White. How about that?
Finishing strong.
Sped up nicely. Jeffrey White finishing.
At 23:42 unofficially.
And back up the hill, you'll see some more runners heading on their way down.
I believe these are a couple more Calhoun runners. Uh-oh.
Do you have another battery?
Yeah, but not for right now.
Well, we'll finish it. I'll take what we need until you have to come back.
This one will probably work for the end of
Yeah, we've got most of the runners in here at this point. There's only a few runners still out on the course for the men's side.
These are 2 more Calhoun runners coming in.
So we saw the battle at the end between the first 2 Calhoun runners. Will there be another one? We'll spin it around here and get ready to see him come around
and
from
I believe
the
we
bus.
have Wirt and Faith Christian coming down on coming off the ridge.
You know it would be great if we could just demolish the building that's in front of us right now?
Yeah.
So here comes the Calhoun County
161
runners.
of Calhoun is Eli Farrell, and I didn't catch the other one.
I think the number came off of that young man.
Okay.
So a couple more finishers. Now a Wirt County runner hitting around the building here.
And it's either a Faith Christian or Roane County behind the Work County runner.
And then I see another one coming down the hill. Here comes that other Work County runner.
That is Caden Seas from Work County.
So Caden Seas finishing up his
so
5K run.
Yep, so Swalby Cam's coming back in.
Okay.
So it's all you, Drew.
Another Work County runner, so the 5th Work County runner, but here comes a Roane County runner. That is a Roane County runner.
That's Byron Taylor for Roane County.
Taylor, if you'll remember, Joe, was up there in 2nd place after that first mile. And he'll finish nicely.
25:45 is the time on these runners so far.
And now we have another Work County runner.
191 is Colton Butler.
So Colton Butler finishing up. And then I do believe I see
Is that a Faith Christian coming
another
around?
Faith Christian Academy runner coming through here. Try to get a number as soon as that youngster crosses around the bus. Here he comes. I think it fell off.
Yeah.
Good, strong finish, though, for that youngster. And I believe Killian Taylor, is that correct?
Yes, Killian Taylor.
Killian Taylor finishing it off.
Yeah, Killian didn't have a number on the list here, so.
So I do believe, if I am not mistaken, that is the final entry here.
I will say I didn't check mark them, so.
I do believe that is the final entry. So, Joe, let's break away here real quick. Let's let Swalby get his new battery in.
All right.
And we're going to get set up for the women's race. Congratulations, though, by the way, to Matthew Bayless, who is the winner of the first ever official 2025 Spencer Invitational Cross Country Meet here from Spencer, West Virginia. We'll break away, be back with the girls' race after this.
When it comes to providing facility solutions and maintenance support to the industrial and railroad industries, as well as port and inland terminals and Department of Defense operations, nobody does it better than Air Production and Service, Inc. At APS, our team is dedicated to providing high-quality service, parts, and equipment for your air production systems. Whether you are in need of air compressor products or services, you can turn to our team with confidence. We have offices located in Jacksonville, Florida, Corbin, Kentucky, Pembroke, North Carolina, and Spencer, West Virginia. To expand our reach and make it easier for you to get the help you need with minimal wait or frustration, contact us today to learn more about the different types of services and products we offer. Contact your local APS representatives, Mike and Michelle Spears in Spencer, West Virginia at 304-927-2550. Proud supporter of all Roane County athletics.
Hi, I'm Ben Ashley of Ashley Insurance, where we're building a community of great insurance products and great people. What does that mean? Well, as a client of ours, you'll enjoy perks like quick quotes and personalized policies. We shop for the best prices across multiple companies. And most importantly, if something bad happens, you call our team and speak directly with us. So join our insurance community today. Call 304-927-2175 or visit ashleyinsurers.com.
It's the saucy summer of barbecue at Tudor's. Tender pulled pork, smothered in 3 delicious new sauces. Sweet teriyaki, savory and thick. Carolina Gold, tangy and bold. Honey sriracha, hot and spicy. Topped with our creamy coleslaw. Sweet teriyaki, Carolina Gold, honey sriracha. Tudor's Biscuit World's pulled pork barbecue is bursting with flavor. Awesome sauce.
Geno's is spicing things up with 2 new specialty pizzas featuring our new hot honey sauce.
Our hot honey pizza is topped with red pepper flakes, sliced Italian sausage, jalapenos, and onions.
The sweet heat pizza features slices of Italian sausage, green peppers, and onions.
Both are drizzled with our signature hot honey sauce.
Hot honey, it brings the heat.
Sweet heat, the perfect balance of spice and sweet.
2 bold new flavors, available for a limited time at Geno's Pizza and Spaghetti House.
We walk through over 1 million doors in our lifetime. but only a few, when opened, truly make a difference in our communities. Like the small business owners, the hard workers, and the dreamers. At People's Bank, we believe that when the right doors open, anything is possible. People's Bank, working together, building success.
Score big this fall with GoMart. Every Saturday through the end of October, GoMart Rewards members earn triple points on all purchases. And while you rack up on rewards points, be sure to scan the QR code in-store for more ways to win. Each scan is a chance to score the ultimate tailgating package with a $200 GoMart gift card, tailgating supplies, and more. GoMart is your hookup for the football season. Visit the GoMart app or gomart.com to learn more. GoMart is the official convenience store of WVU Athletics.
This is Taylor from Backward Ramblings. Looking for a delicious lunch? Come see us at 215 Main Street in Spencer, right across from the courthouse. We serve up grilled sandwiches on our house-made bread, wraps, fresh salads, and house-made soup. Plus, enjoy your weekly lunch specials. Don't miss our Wednesday fresh hand-rolled soft pretzels from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. and our pizza slices on Fridays, served from 11 a.m. until sold out. Join us Monday through Wednesday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., Thursday and Friday from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Saturday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. We can't wait to serve you. Backward Ramblings, come for the food, stay for the fun.
You work hard for your money, and lately the cost of everything has soared, making some of those dreams and goals even harder to reach. And at Board Depew Realty, we realize that. We understand that buying a house can be financially stressful, especially with all the hurdles lenders require. That's where we come in. With our small staff of 4, we offer you over 100 years of combined experience. We work as a group to get you closed and in your home quickly. We'll find creative ways when others may have given up to make your dream a reality. But most importantly, we remain your friend after the sale is complete. We'll continue to help you long after the deal is closed. And that is what we take pride in. It's more than just a job to us at Board Depew Realty. It's a job that we love, and we love the people who allow us into their lives. Buying or selling a home can be stressful, but not if you let Board Depew guide you. You work hard for your money, and how you spend it matters. Board Depew Realty, serving you since 1958. 304-927-3250.
This oral health information comes to you courtesy of Brandon Dental, located on Hospital Drive in Spencer, West Virginia. Dental health professionals are often asked about the cause and remedies for bad breath. Bad breath can be the result of tobacco use, tonsil stones, medication, gum disease, pungent foods, and poor oral hygiene, just to name a few. Brushing twice a day, flossing once a day, and tongue cleaning can help keep bad breath at bay. Visit your dentist at least twice a year and ask your dentist or dental hygienist for specific tips regarding your daily at-home oral hygiene care. Brandon Dental, 304-927-2775. That's Brandon Dental in Spencer, West Virginia, 304-927-2775.
So we did realize that we had one final runner. We do apologize, folks. Don't want to slight anybody here. So we do have a final runner coming through here. I believe it's a runner from Wirt County High School.
And Drew, do you have a license plate on that one?
I cannot see. I'm looking through a tiny little screen here.
Okay, it looks like 195 Bailey Lott from Wirt County.
A late entry for the Tigers, finishing up for Wirt County. So that will make it official for the boys' race. Joe, we do have some final tallies on the numbers. We do know that Wirt County's Matthew Bayless is the winner, the champion of the first ever Spencer Invitational cross country meet. And let's give a first, second, third place, and let's see the times on these young men.
Okay, so for first place for Wirt County, the first place winner is Wirt County with Matthew Bayless at 19:23. Second place is Calhoun County's Jackson Clausen with a time of 21 minutes and 58 seconds. And third place is Calhoun's Levi Silliman with a 22-minute run time.
We're going to get a chance, by the way, to speak with Mr. Bayless. He's someone who I've talked to before, by the way, in a couple of different ways.
I was going to say that the name rings a bell.
Yes, very much so. He has been involved in a few different things, not just sports related, but some sports I've talked to him about and some other things as well. So we're going to get ourselves ready for the girls' race here. For the Spencer Invitational, let's take a look at who is in the field. It will be Addie Taylor, the tremendous junior from Roane County High School, and her cross-country teammate Olivia Linkenauger, junior as well, will be in the field. For Roane County, we have one Faith Christian Academy runner, and it's just Jana. I don't have a last name. I do apologize, folks. So Jana is in this field. This young lady, by the way, is a 6th grader.
A 6th grader?
And I have seen her run with Richard Lockhart and his crew when they've been training, Joe. And let me just tell you this. She is not going to run like a 6th grader. I will tell you that. This young lady can run. For Work County, Allison Bumgarner, a freshman, Haley Cross, a sophomore, Lily Cross, a senior, Kinsley Nikolai, a sophomore, Skylie Thompson, a freshman, and Cynthia Weigel, a senior. Also, Zoe Yoke, a sophomore, all from Work County. So you're going to see a lot of orange and black in this field. Carissa Sands and Chloe Cobbett, a couple of freshmen from Calhoun County as well, are in this field for the girls' division.
So checking our chatters here. Sarah Tingler says the other Calhoun boy that was running is a middle school runner just getting practice in.
Just getting practice.
Yeah.
Well, I fear the rest of the middle school runners who have to run against that young man.
Yeah. Yes.
Just getting some practice in. Have you seen that hill?
Yeah.
Does anybody want to run that hill? It is a pretty big hill to start with. Let me just tell you guys that. So we do have, I believe, Richard Lockhart is coming out, and he is getting ready to start the girls' race.
Yeah, that hill makes me wheeze just looking at it. I hear the Swolby Cam taking off and taking position.
All right, we're ready to get the girls' race going. And you see the lead pack there, the side-by-side. Here we go. Girls' race, first ever.
That's the job I want. I don't want to run it, but I would love to do the side-by-side.
So we'll be panicked on that horn blower there, just so you know. So you'll see the young ladies head around the bus. And then we will immediately head on over. Apologize for the camera view for a second here, folks.
I switched to the Swolby Cam to give you a little time there, sir.
Give me just a second here, folks, to get over top and around and spin around, and heading up the hill I'll go. So there is
the lead side-by-side.
And you'll see some young ladies start to appear. See a bunch of Work County runners, and then, as I mentioned, Addie Taylor, tremendous junior from Roane County, is out there with that lead pack. You see that young 6th grader from Faith Christian Academy up there, just off of the lead pack. As we said, a lot of Work County flavor in this for the girls' division. Boy, what a brutal hill to start a cross-country race. And stay tuned, folks. We do have the boys' winner, Matthew Bayless. He is hanging out here in just a second. We're going to talk to him. We're going to talk to him about that first hill, number one.
Yeah.
That?
We're going to let him catch his breath first because he looks happy to have won, but he looks a little tired. So we're going to let him catch his breath here for a second. Okay, so on the Swolby Cam, the side-by-side is just now leaving the shot. And we're starting to see the first runner here, and it looks like it is a Work County runner, I believe. Wait till they get a little closer.
Boy, what a brutal start to a cross-country race, though. I mean, you just think about that hill. It is just so steep.
And Boots wants to know when the broadcasters are running.
Listen, I live vicariously through the kids who are running right now, so I do not have to run. In this, you see as they're heading up, and you're going to see the crest of the hill, and they'll be heading out after that.
Yeah, they're going to head out the same trail, so they're going to help past the tower and then come swing back. Yeah, we voted if we're going to do this, we'll take the side-by-side.
Yeah, I will be in a vehicle of 4 wheels that is traveling.
I could have brought us a 2-row side-by-side. We could have took us mobile.
So you see heavy flavor here on the Wirt County runners. There's a ton of those young ladies in this event. Of course, we mentioned for Roane County, Addie Taylor, who last year qualified, and she was the first female cross-country runner to qualify for the state meet since, I believe, Stephanie Eastman, which would have been quite some time ago for Roane County. So she's up in this field. She is going to challenge, I would imagine, for a top position in this event. You see all those young ladies cresting that hill, and really at that point, Joe, for the next probably half of a mile, it's regaining your breath and regaining your legs because your legs have just been torn up that hill.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's the thing. You never underestimate just because the person bringing up the back of the pack doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to stay there, because it's all about pacing yourself. So they may be behind right now, but they may be turn around and be the first one off the hill. So it's kind of exciting to see how it all plays out.
So we are watching them as Swilby gets us set for where he is going to be. Did you get that clock started? Yep, 4 minutes in. I love the way Joe thinks.
I was on the ball this time.
4 minutes in to the girls' race. And
there you go.
Again, there's multiple outs and ins up there around that facility. And again, the final one takes you straight across where the old cannon, the fake cannon was, and then you cut down on the front where we can see. That's kind of nice that we have that ability to see the runners as they head to the home stretch as well. While we got a minute here, and while those young ladies are traversing out through the woods of the really cool site, we're very happy to be joined with the boys champion, Mr. Matthew Bayless, a time of 19 minutes, 23 seconds flat. Matthew, now this is not the first time you and I have had conversations. You were in, I believe, last year's Black Walnut Festival Nut Run. Am I correct, or did I miss on that one?
No, I wasn't in that run. No.
Okay, I've talked to this guy somewhere, somehow, in some sport somewhere.
In another life or something.
And I believe there may have been an FFA situation where I was talking with you as well. Matthew, obviously, this is the first time this race has ever happened here. Number one, I want to get your thoughts on the race itself. I want you to talk about this venue, that first hill, obviously, and what you thought about the race as it went along. How bad was that first hill? How long did it take you to recover?
The first hill was, like you said, very difficult because you don't have much to start. It's just like, 100 meters maybe, and then you're on the hill. It took, by the time you got recovered, you were almost to the next hill when you're up there by the tower.
Yep.
And then you got to recover again. But this is definitely one of the most difficult courses I've ever ran. And then back there where it rained last night, back there in the woods, it was quite muddy, especially after the side-by-side ran through.
That made it nice for
you.
So a time of 19:23, can you gauge that compared to like a personal best, things like that?
It's not very fast at all. I just ran my personal best this weekend at the Rio Grande University course they had. I ran a 16:30, so this wasn't too hot, but it's a smaller meet and very difficult with the first hill and all the hills and everything, and it's just it's kind of hard when you're in a group by yourself.
Yep.
You don't really got pushing yourself, but I think I did what my coach wanted me to do today.
Well, what we noticed is after that first hill and then on the switchback after the trip out to the tower building, you're coming back, we saw you, and then it was about 30 to 40 seconds before we saw the next runner. So as you said, there wasn't that pack to push you. You were trying to kind of gauge your own speed there. Kind of a difficult thing to do.
Yeah. It's really, when you get in a group by yourself like that, it's really in your head to do you. I mean, you don't got a group to run with, but it helps when you got a coach like mine he was out there. He was out there by the 2 mile for me, and it was nice having him out there. But yeah, like it's just a hard hill.
It's kind of hard, yeah. But on the way down, so again, you finish the entirety of the race, and then you have to go downhill. Now, downhill in people's heads are like, well, that's easy. And when your legs are shot at the end of a race, you got to stand tall.
Yeah, it's hard right there. Like the guy that was telling us at the beginning of the race, I'm not sure what his name was, but it's kind of rough right there. The ground's not very even. Plus, you're going downhill. You got to keep from falling and everything.
Well, Matthew, congratulations. You were the first ever. There can only be one first.
Yeah.
And you're the first ever Spencer Invitational champion. Congratulations, young man.
Thank you.
Absolutely. That's Matthew Bayless, the champion for the boys. Joe, we're looking at 8 minutes and 6 seconds.
And I just flipped back over to the Swolby cam. Thank you, sir. And we see the side-by-side. Yeah, Matthew mentioned the unevenness coming down the front bank there. When you see that side-by-side come down, you can tell just the way the side-by-side carries that hill that it's kind of it's a little uneven there. It looks from down here with the grass the way it's laid out, it looks like it's a pretty smooth ride. But we'll catch the side-by-side coming downhill, and you'll see that it's not just a smooth straight shot down. It's a little bumpy.
As you can see, some of the volunteers, some of the cones, and we'll be set up here watching for the side-by-side and the leaders to make the trip out. Of course, they head out here, as Matthew was talking about. I didn't realize that, thinking about how covered this trail is, Joe. It was covered enough that when the rain hit last night and through this morning, there was no way to dry it off. There is the lead side-by-side, and that side-by-side going down in, creating some ruts, creating a little bit of mud, making it a little difficult.
So don't be shocked if the girls' times are going to take a little bit longer, because it was bad for the boys having to run through those ruts, but now the girls have 2 tracks at the side-by-side going through the ruts, so that's going to affect their times as well.
So we'll take a look here as this first switchback is made. They'll take the middle route now. That'll take them a ways out into the field, and I do believe it may be a Wirt County runner again.
I believe so, Drew, and if I am correct, that the Wirt County runner was the one that was in the lead from the start.
Right at the beginning of it.
And if you look, I mean, from the way Swolby has it looking back, I think we're going to see another big time lead between first and second place.
Well, let's do that, Swolby. Let's take a look back then, and let's see how long it is until another runner appears. Well, obviously nobody yet. So there is a significant gap between this lead runner and whoever is into that second position.
Oh, okay, there we go. So they're getting ready to make the turn. So as the first place runner, that really makes it hard for you to gauge, because do you slow up to preserve your legs, or do you keep that constant lead just in case you have to slow down at the end? That makes it really hard to gauge, because you don't want to waste your time looking back to see how much of a lead you have. You just kind of knuckle down and run, keep going.
So we'll see a group here. That is the second grouping after that one lead runner for Wirt County. I do believe the second place runner is also a Tiger. Following that, I do believe, is Roane County's Addie Taylor. Yep, that is Taylor. And then a Wirt County runner passing her. And then a fourth Wirt County runner. So that's
is that Calhoun?
Is that Calhoun?
I think it's Calhoun.
That is a Calhoun County runner. So 4 in that second to fifth place area. And then a little further back, you do see another one. So right now, the leading runner, as you saw that switchback, is heading out, and they are going to pass, in fact, on the low side, about halfway out this, they're going to pass on their left, that cannon. They're going to cut around, and you're going to see off to the right the plantation house, the frame of it. They're going to ride right up. They're going to run right beside the Civil War cemetery. And then past the cemetery, you cut back towards the right, and it'll take you out into a flat field. It'll take you all the way out of flat field on the other side of that tower, and then you'll come back up to where you cut off. You'll go all the way out to basically Armicel's distribution center. That'll be mile 2, and then they'll turn around. They'll make that long and winding trip back around before they hit the actual Civil War cannon site, and then we'll be able to see them coming out from there.
And I believe that's a Calhoun runner there. Yeah, and for those of you that aren't familiar with where the Armacell Distribution Center is, that's what a lot of people refer to as the B.F. Goodrich Hill, Norris Hill. So if you're familiar with 33 going from the red light at Wendy's to what they call Norris Hill, that's the distance that they're running on the hill.
Yeah. That is a long way. Again, 5K, 3.1 and some change, 12 minutes and 40 seconds unofficially in. So if we're gauging that as far as times are concerned, your top time is probably looking, with Bayless's right around 19:23, you're probably looking around 22-23 minutes maybe. That's a pretty quick time, but you see that lead runner seems to be working very, very well for Wirt County.
Oh, absolutely.
Go ahead and do that.
Yeah,
it's all right.
Yeah, we got plenty of time.
We got plenty of time for you to bring it back, change batteries
So
there,
we'll go ahead
Swob.
and
We want to catch the final countdown, or I should say the home stretch.
There we go. So we're back down on
Again,
level
good
ground with us.
Like I said, just good to see people showing up for this first event.
And Drew, correct me if I'm wrong, but most of this trail is open to the public anytime.
Yes.
If anybody wants to come and try this trail out for yourself to see what it's all about and get a feel for what these runners are experiencing, the trail is open, and you can go out there and check out the cannon and check out the history of the area, and get a feel for what these runners are experiencing today.
Yeah, it truly is a tough hill. If you just are out there to walk up that first hill, it is going to be difficult for you. Now, for a while during good months during the daytime, they will open up that bottom gate. There is parking up at the top of that first hill before the switchback, but it's not open for a long time. So, generally speaking, if you're going to enjoy the Civil War site, you got to get a little exercise to do it. Walk up that hill, switch back to the left, and you'll just walk a really nice incline all the way over to that Civil War site. If you haven't been up there, folks, we do invite you to show up. It is backlit during the nighttime if you want to go up at night, but it is one of the best views of Spencer, West Virginia you're ever going to get. It's at the top of the point, right above Walmart. You can see basically the entire town. It is pretty.
That's one of the prettiest sites of all of Spencer, and that's actually the same general area where they always launch the fireworks for the 4th of July. So if you come to Spencer for the fireworks, that's where they launch them as well.
Boy, that was quick. That is
Holy
NASCAR
cow.
level
Swoby,
speed. Swoby has switched out batteries as if he was on a pit crew, and off goes the drone once again. We will find those lead runners in just a second, and we'll get you back to the actual course in just a second. We're at 15 and some change here unofficially.
Here, I'll show off the beautiful view of the area while Swoby's trying to find where we go.
Just a gorgeous view here on this trail system, one of many, many trail systems, by the way, in Roane County and in the area around Spencer. And this is just another one of those things that they have added with a lot of hard work from city people, a lot of hard work from volunteers, a lot of people getting involved in helping create these wonderful trail systems that we do have. This is just one of the many trail systems, obviously, that you can utilize. As you mentioned, Joe, there's a lot of trail systems here that are free to the public to use.
Yeah. Norman Knopp says that her grandparents actually lived in the house that used to be there at one time. That is amazing.
Like, really?
Yeah.
Check that view for Swoby.
Okay.
Okay.
So they'll be coming up that hill, right? And cut
Yep.
back.
Yep. So we're getting close. They're trying to. We had to pit crew the new battery for the drone, and I believe off to the left there is where you're going to see them coming down through before.
Okay, so right there, what you're seeing right there, give an idea from Route 33. There is the bus garage and cash saver, and there's the fire department, and then there is the health department, EMS, Route 33 Steakhouse, Willow Drug, Walmart.
The beautiful city of Spencer right there. And these young runners, boys and girls alike, the first ever Spencer Invitational Cross Country Meet, are running up above this wonderful town. The last we saw, like we said, a Wirt County young lady is in the lead, and she had a significant advantage over the next runner, and we are just searching now. We're like a search and rescue crew. Looking for.
But what scares me is we rely on Swolby's finding skills.
Now I think he's just looking.
He thought he saw Bigfoot. Pull back, Swolby. Pull. Oh, wait. Go back. Yeah, right below. There it is.
There is the side-by-side. How did he find that? I have no idea.
I think he was just trying to follow the power line.
So he's going to be following. He's going to be following the lead runner, which is right behind that side-by-side. And we're going to go get that drone set up as soon as we can get a good look at it. Again, as you see there from up above, it is really covered with foliage.
Yeah, I think there's a path there to the right there, Swolby. There we go.
Yeah, it'll be a bit before they get into the area where we can actually see a runner. As we said, if this were a race that took place in about a month and a half, Joe, we would be able to see everything.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So we will set it there, and then we will follow that lead runner. We are already right now, as we said, we're at 18:30. So in my mind, Joe, we're looking at within the next 5 minutes, that lead runner is going to be cresting out on the Civil War cannon site, going right across, coming right down in front of us. So it is going to be coming relatively quickly here.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and it's one of those, once it starts, then once we see that lead runner, it's going to be a little, okay, there's the side-by-side again. So the side-by-side's making the turn now.
The question for me is anybody going to catch that lead Wirt County lady? She had a significant lead after that first hill. And she should be emerging from the hole there you see.
She is.
So the lead runner for Wirt County following that side-by-side. As you were talking to Matthew Bayless, he said, boy, it's kind of difficult when you're out there on your own. You don't have a group to push you around you. You're not really sure where you're at. It can be a lonely feeling out there running. And, again, it can be difficult to pace yourself, especially, Joe, on a brand-new course with which you've never run.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's what makes cross-country hard and interesting at the same time. No two tracks are the same. No two courses are the same. So, like I said, the hill on this one's a lot harder than the race he ran last weekend. So it's very difficult to gauge. Unless you're familiar with that area and you've ran it before, it's very hard to gauge what you're going to get into until you just take off and go for it.
As you see, the side-by-side leading the pack. Heading around the turn again. You've got this turn, one more switchback, and you're going to open up, as we said, Joe, into that area where you're going to be looking off. Well, the runner is going to be looking off to their right, and they're going to be seeing that Civil War cannon, and they're going to see the town of Spencer, and that means the home stretch.
Yeah. If you've made it that far, then it's all downhill from there.
And we can see that first young lady who has made the turn.
And Swolby's been working diligently trying to see how much of a distance between the first and second place is, and I haven't been able to see second place yet. So there is a pretty, I could be wrong, Drew, but I believe there's a larger gap between first and second on the girls' race than I do the boys' race.
Maybe, as you see the leader go out of the camera view, and then we're still looking for the next pack of runners. There were 4 when we checked last. And, yeah, we are still looking for the next group. So that pack behind the lead runner, and we'll get her bib number and we'll get her name for you as quickly as possible. So we're going to follow that lead runner in. Swolby, how about that? You see there is the Civil War cannon. And you should see the lead runner. Again, it is an incline to get where that cannon is. It's not the hugest hill, but after running the hill to begin with, after running the rest of them, there is the lead runner. And if you are familiar with the Civil War site, you'll see the cannon right there, that fake cannon.
Right at the top of the screen.
And it is 22 minutes unofficial, so in the next 3 minutes, we got this lead runner coming down the hill. As we said, it is not a long trip from that cannon, and it's all downhill from there from that cannon to where we're going to see the lead runner come out of the shadows here on our main camera. We are about to have a girls champion here for the first time ever.
Yeah, when the side-by-side, Drew, comes out, I want to flip it over to you. I want to show where the volunteer is on the hillside there, on the front side here of the hill where we see.
Yep.
You can judge by the way that side-by-side hits right there where that volunteer is, just how uneven that slope is right there.
We got some runners getting ready to hit that switchback, as you can see, coming through. And as that happens, my eyes are peeled up on the hill now, because we are going to see that side-by-side coming out of the darkness in just a bit. I think I see that lead runner off in the distance. Yep, there is the side-by-side.
Yeah, there's the roof of the side-by-side. And it looks like there is somebody taking the smart route by just holding on to the side of the side-by-side.
Not a bad idea.
No.
Would be me. Would be me if I had the opportunity.
Okay, we'll switch back to the Swolby cam until it comes back in.
Yep, waiting for it to come back in. Okay, so there is the side-by-side, and there is that lead runner catching the side-by-side.
Holy cow, she's picked up pace.
That side-by-side better hurry up.
Yeah.
Better hustle.
Because there was a gap between the runner and the side-by-side.
Well, where's Katie when you need a good camera person?
Okay, yeah, you should be able to see him right there at that telephone pole. Yeah, right there. Okay, to the left of it right there, Drew.
Yep, okay.
Your other left.
Sorry, the other left.
There you go. Okay, you're right.
Now I'm
keep
good.
following side by side, and you'll see right here shortly that little dip right there that Matthew was talking about. Right here. Watch.
Yeah, that goes downhill pretty quickly. Here's the lead runner. So I will follow her as Swolby gets us to the start-finish line.
Okay.
This young lady, and as soon as, Joe, you recognize a bib, you let us know who we got here. Or if I hear a name. Well, a good pace going here.
They need to slow down coming down that hill so I can read the number.
We'll spin it around here. I'm looking at 25:08. Joe, that's just about where we were thinking here for this lead runner. There's the side-by-side, and you'll be able to hopefully see around this turn the jersey number of our leader.
295. That is Skylie Thompson. All right, so we're switching the Swolby cam. Here she comes in for the finish.
Skylie Thompson leading the way. I'm looking at the timer. Unofficially, you're looking at around 25 minutes, 36 seconds, and some change. Skylie Thompson, it's a 1-2 finish for the boys and girls for Wirt County.
Yes. Yeah, Wirt County came in today to take home some awards, and I believe, okay, so I see the second place runner, Drew, right there just starting to crest.
And I do believe it is also an orange jersey coming up here.
I believe so, too. Because they get right in that brush there, and you lose them for a few seconds, and then they'll usually pop out right about the middle telephone pole. And I see two more coming off, and I believe those are both orange as well. Okay, yep. Okay, so the orange just, second place just crested over.
There we go. So we'll follow this second place runner as well. So Skylie Thompson, is that correct?
Yes.
Is the first ever Spencer Invitational Girls Champion. Unofficially 25:38 and some change.
And Wirt County just tearing it up this evening.
Absolutely. A solid day for this Wirt County cross-country team.
Okay, here we go. That looks like a 291. That would be Allison Bumgarner.
So Allison Bumgarner is the next to head around.
And who do we have coming off now, Drew? There's another
There's
one
another
right
Work
behind.
County runner right behind.
Looks like 294. That'd be Kinsley Nikolai.
So 3 in the front, all wearing the orange jerseys, led by Skylie Thompson. See Bumgarner making the turn. And then we'll switch it over to the Swolby cam there as those 2 Work County runners will be finishing.
Yeah, Bumgarner and Nikolai are second and third.
And now I see the first jersey that is not of orange variety. Once you get the runner Nikolai through, then we'll switch to my camera.
All right.
And I do believe that is Addie Taylor from Roane County High School. Talked about she is always up there near the top of the list in cross-country meets. First.
Yeah, so Kinsley just finished up, and we just hit 28 minutes.
Taylor, again, the first lady to qualify for the state cross-country meet in quite a long time. And she is solid fourth here as she is heading down the final hill.
And I believe we have another Work County coming off the hill.
We will swing over there quickly in just a second as soon as I get this turn.
Not a problem.
We'll switch it to Swolby cam, actually, so we can catch Addie Taylor as she finishes. Plus, it'll give me a chance to find that other runner.
Well, the other runner's right down. He's coming right past Toby. So
Taylor headed in.
Yep, Addie Taylor.
We'll switch to Swolby cam, and I'll get prepared for the next one.
Here comes Addie across the finish line.
Next runner, I believe that is a Work County jersey. Did I catch that one right, Joe?
I believe so.
I'll give your Eagle Eye a chance as this young lady crosses.
Yeah, there's another Work County coming off the hill now.
Let's see if we can catch the number here.
.293. That is Lily Cross.
So Lily Cross from Work County High School finishing up off to the Swolby cam. And I'll find the next
right there by Toby coming through.
Gotcha, sir. Thank you very much.
All righty.
And that is, if I'm not mistaken or colorblind, another orange jersey, Joe.
Yes, sir. I believe you are correct.
So out of the top 6 runners, 5 are from the orange and black.
And we have another, I believe is an orange and black, just past the middle telephone pole.
Yep, we do. We'll check the jersey number on this young lady as she turns the corner.
296. That is Cynthia Weigel.
So as Weigel finishes up, I'll find the next runner, and again, coming down the hill.
Yeah, she just hit the turn there coming down. There you go, perfect.
This is, and again, the camera view, Joe, does not give credit to just how steep this downhill is.
No.
But if you think about it, the hill that you had to go up to begin with, you had to make that trip down.
Right.
And the vast majority comes in the last about 700 to 800 meters of this race. Again, they'll head behind the barn. Or not the barn, I should say, the building.
Well, and it's funny from this vantage point, that building doesn't look very long, but after you've ran that long race and still have to run around that building probably looks a mile wide.
You're saying, is this building ever going to end? Catch a jersey number, a bib number here as soon as this young lady crests.
297, that is Zoe Yoke.
So Zoe Yoke heading around here.
And here comes a Calhoun off the hill.
All right. You got Swolby cam going there?
Yes, sir.
Beautiful.
I got you
thing.
covered,
I
buddy.
like you're doing with you before I even say it. Before I even have to say it. There is the first red jersey in the girls' race heading down that final hill. Swolby is just about to frizzle out, folks, so we're going to try to get as many start-finish line shots as humanly possible. If not, I'll cover them all the way to the end. It just won't be face-wise. Some of them may be miserable, like running across the line, so they may not want their face on
I could be
video.
wrong. I think this one's 919 Chloe Cobbett.
I'm looking through a tiny screen, so I'm just going to trust your all's judgment on that.
Because I only have 2 900 numbers on here. Yep, 919. Chloe Cobbett.
And Cobbett, look at the finish here.
Finishing strong.
I've always wondered how in the world, after your legs have gone through that much punishment, how you can run so quickly in that situation. That's amazing to me.
It's probably the thought of the sooner I get to the end, the sooner I can quit.
Absolutely. That would be my thought process on the whole deal. So Skylie Thompson makes it a clean sweep on the boys and girls side for Wirt County in the first ever Spencer Invitational. We do see a runner coming down, and I do believe that is Faith Christian Academy's young sixth grader. And again, I do apologize, folks.
Hey, Toby,
I only have a first name.
Hey, shout out to Athletic Director Toby Ford. Toby's helping us out. Toby is commenting the numbers as he's seeing them come off the hill.
Oh, thank you very much, Toby Ford. I do appreciate that.
Toby, you are my hero. When I grow up one of these days, I hope to be just like you.
Here is the young lady from Faith Christian Academy coming down through the home stretch.
Yeah,
and there is Toby Ford, by the way. And as I mentioned, I have been out on the walking trail out at Woolweaver Park, and I've seen Coach Lockhart with Faith Christian Academy, and he's brought his teams out there to train. And that young lady, I did not know was a sixth grader. She runs
She's
like
a sixth grader?
She runs like she's a high schooler. Yep.
Yes.
And she looks like she is finishing strong here as well. We'll follow her in. Did the Swolby cam end on us? Boy, and look at the finish there.
Finishing strong.
I can almost not keep it in frame there. What a finish by that young runner.
Yeah, Jana. Holy cow.
If somebody's got a last name, I do apologize. On our list, all we have is Jana.
Yeah. Okay, I believe we have another Wirt.
I hear the Swolby cam on its way back. No more battery for the Swolby cam. Here comes another Wirt County runner.
292. Haley Cross.
And you can see that is a steep downhill. You can see these runners kind of lean back, Joe. And if you don't have spikes on, you got to be very wary of your footing as you're heading down a hill like that.
Absolutely, especially like we was talking, the hillside saw some rain definitely last night and a little bit off and on today. So you have to be extra careful with that.
And there is another runner at the top of the hill, so we'll be swinging that up as soon as we get this runner. Trying to make sure we get at least a little bit of air time for all of these young runners.
Yes, absolutely.
We should see.
Okay, I believe the runner coming off the hill is the last one because I see the volunteer that was up on the hill coming down.
So who do we have here, 292?
292, that is Haley Cross.
Haley Cross from Wirt County High School. Boy, it's been a good meet on both the boys and girls sides. And again, as we said, Skylie Thompson on the girls side. We're going to be talking with that young lady, the winner of the first ever Spencer Invitational.
I believe that's the last runner there, Drew.
And I believe that's a Roane County runner, Olivia Lincolnauger. Young junior for Coach Shandy White in her first year as the head coach for the cross-country team. Olivia Lincolnauger will be heading around here in just a second. And a really strong finish here as well for Lincolnauger. Boy, a tremendous run to finish off this first ever event in the 2025 Spencer Invitational. We will break away for just a second, folks. We're going to get Skyly Thompson from Worth County High School on, and then we'll wrap things up here from the first ever Spencer Invitational Cross Country Meet.
Fall sports are back, and so is that hometown pride we all love. At Calhoun Banks, we're proud to support our local community's athletics and even more proud to support all of you. Whether you are applying for a loan, opening a checking or savings account, or taking advantage of one of our many services, we're here to make things easier. Join a team that's been trusted for generations, 125 years strong and still your go-to local bank. To apply online or contact us, go to calhounbanks.com or visit us in Grantsville, Arnoldesburg, Glenville, and Elizabeth. Good luck and have a great season.
And we welcome you back to the first ever Spencer Invitational Cross Country Meet. And if you look at the screen right now, you're looking at a very relieved, totally calm and comfortable, not even tired at all, Skyly Thompson, who is the first ever, and I said this to your teammate over there, Matthew Bayless, I said there's only one first ever, and you are the first 2025 Spencer Invitational Cross Country Meet champion. Number one, thanks for joining us, Skyly, and I want you to talk about this course compared to other courses that you've run. This is the first time this course has been run. Obviously a brutal start to it, that hill. What does that do to your legs? How long does it take you to recover after that hill?
I don't know. For me, it's like I get up there top of the first flat and I start opening up and like release my stride a little bit, and I'm good from there.
Well, I noticed when you came over you were limping a little, and you do have some kinetic tape on the knee. You nursing an injury or something?
Yeah, I got some kind of disease in my knee from my growing pains.
I hear Osgood Slaughters is not the greatest thing to have to deal with when you're trying to run a long way, especially on terrain. So once you hit the top of that first hill, as you said, you're able to recover quickly as far as your wind is concerned. Your legs, how does that work? How does it take you time to get those things underneath you again?
Yeah, a little bit, but I just kind of pick up my knees a little bit more, and I'm good.
Now, a lot of the times once you get out into the flat land there, it's a little easier. You get kind of a pace. But how hard is it, by the way, when you're not running within a pack of other girls? If you're by yourself, how hard is it for you to pace yourself, or is it hard?
Well, for first place, my adrenaline's already running, so it helps me a lot. But if I'm not, I just kind of like try to look how far ahead the next group is, and I try to keep working on them.
Well, the only person that was leading you was the lead pack of the side-by-side. So you were, and at one point, by the way, towards the end there, that side-by-side needed to hurry up because around that turn you were catching it. So, and then the final part of this race is all downhill, legs tired, breathing you're exhausted at that point, and you still have to kind of keep your balance and strength as you're heading down that tough hill. How was that to finish off?
Up there, I didn't think I was going to make it. My knee buckled in, and I thought I was going down, but I don't know how I made it, but I made it.
And you finished very, very strong, which is good.
When you go through the trail, when you're in a lead and such a major lead like this, because we was watching on the Swobie cam how much of a lead you had against the second place person. What's going through your head? Are you trying to look back to see how much far ahead you are somebody? Or are you just trying to focus on what's ahead of you? What's going through your head through that whole process?
Well, I just kind of I listen for people. I don't look behind me because I feel like that kind of slows me down a little bit. But I try to listen to people, or I feel like that I'll get in my own head sometimes and think that there's someone behind me, so I keep wanting to fight for first place, and I keep going harder.
She's creating a little momentum boost in her own
Yes.
Oh, Skyly, you win this race, and we don't have an official. I don't know if you have an official time. We had 25.
I believe we have the official times coming towards us as we speak.
Okay, so we do have some times coming here, and I wanted to have you get a chance to kind of gauge that. Obviously, this is the first time this race has been run. It's very hilly, so your time officially 25:36. Can you gauge that based off like your personal best times? Is that something that you feel like is a pretty good time for this first time ever here?
Yeah, for the hills, I don't feel like that's too bad. But it's definitely a lot slower than I usually run. But
So what's next for you?
What do you mean, like meet?
Well, yeah, what's the next meet coming up?
I think it's Richie. I don't know really sure for sure.
Back into the mountains. That's all nice and good. Well, Skyly, thank you so much for joining us. Rest up that knee. We hope that thing can continue to not hurt you all the time. And I hope you have a good rest of the season here in cross country.
All right, thank you.
Congratulations.
Skyly Thompson. Joe, we do have some official times for the girls' race here in the 2025 West Virginia, the Spencer Invitational. I was going to call it the West Virginia Invitational. The Spencer Invitational, obviously we're talking to young Skylie Thompson, who is your champion, your first ever champion. Top 3 finishers, all in orange and black for today.
Yeah, Skylie finished the race with a time of 25 minutes and 35 seconds, and we talked about this during the race, that there was a bigger lead on the girls' race by the boys' race, and we're talking over 2-minute difference. Second place was Alyssa Bumgarner with 27 minutes and 45 seconds, and then Kinsley Nikolai was right behind her at 28 minutes and 1 second.
So tremendous first ever meet for, again, let's thank Richard Lockhart, obviously. Thank Coach Shandy White, the 2 coaches for Faith Christian Academy and Roane County High School. Thanks to all the volunteers. Obviously, it takes a village to be up there in the actual trails and to make sure people are going the right way. Thanks to those who volunteered with the side-by-side to pace everybody. And, of course, thanks to everybody who came out here, all the fans alike, to make this a very successful first ever cross-country meet. We obviously want to thank our sponsors. We can't even try stuff like this without them, so thank you to our sponsors. Got to thank Swolby, working a day job, coming here, drone footage for the first time.
The Swolby Cam, and I'm just going to go ahead and, Drew, you can nix this if you want, but I doubt you will. The Swolby Cam is a new requirement for if we do any more cross-country broadcasts. It is a requirement.
Yeah, wonderful stuff. As you can see, all the plaques and medals being distributed out there. So congratulations to all the young ladies and men who were involved in this first ever Spencer Invitational 2025. Thanks to my crew, of course, Swolby. Great job, as always. Joe, thanks for joining and running the graphics, the scoreboard, and helping me with the color analyst work. And, again, for all of us here at WVRC, hope it was a good time for all of you. We'll continue to do stuff like this and improve ourselves as much as we possibly can. That will do it for us here from the first ever 2025 Spencer Invitational cross-country meet. For all of us here, have a wonderful night, everyone.